Is this thing working? Yep, it's working. Rolling in 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's good, YouTube family? It's your boy Team UC here. Thanks for tuning in back to the channel. We are getting things squared away with this car. The LS is sitting in the car comfortably, or in the engine bay comfortably with the K-member. If you haven't checked out that video, go ahead and check it out. The K-member is squared away in terms of it being welded. Got good footage of that getting in there in terms of getting all the Pontiac stuff in the car. We are ironing out the electrical stuff for the power steering because I did relocate it. I did get the GK Tech spacers to fix the offset for me moving it over. But as you can tell from the title of the video, we are spending our time working on the electrical, which is this wire here. We're gonna throw in a 40 amp fuse. Also, I don't know if you guys can tell, I did get some brackets here for the alternator and then also the power steering delete kit that came with the ICT billet. But today's focus is going to be the wiring. So let's kind of get in and kind of dive about what's the plan of attack for this. Alright, so I had ordered these things from Amazon. 80 piece. I'm not going to be needing all the whole 80 piece from this. I'm just going to be using one of the grounds to little copper get the grounds for the negative. And then I have a 40 amp fuse. I never really messed around with this. This cool little RV Cajun. I don't know. It's a cool little brand on Amazon. Let's open it up, take a look at it, see what's going on inside. It's nothing special, nothing too crazy. A lot of this is custom application, but I'm trying to foolproof this car in terms of durability, drivability, serviceability, all of that good stuff. So it's a 40 amp fuse. This 40 amp fuse is going to get wired into the positive. I'm going to mount this on the behind the tower, the strut tower, like somewhere. I want to say like right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. Behind the tower, right there. There's a little spot for me to put a screw and lock it in place. So I'm putting that there. I'm going to be cutting this up so I can make the mounts for it, or cutting them up, not to make the mounts. I'm cutting this up so I can put this in the line, something like that. And then we're going to be grounding out the negative, like I said earlier. So easy peasy, nothing too crazy. So it's something small, just the odds and ends of me putting this stuff together before I get it started. One thing that I think is really interesting is I need a new battery. As you guys can tell, there is no battery anywhere on here. So, I mean, it's in the trunk. I relocated it, but the battery's crap. I'm gonna have to get a good battery. If anybody knows any good batteries to put in for all of this stuff, because I did upgrade the amperage coming up from the alternator, because I am using a lot more amps in the car for the power steering and all the little electrical stuff I got wired inside the vehicle. Then all the odd stuff like the radio, stereo system. I'm gonna get to that a little later, but yeah, let's start off doing all this craziness up here. So throughout the years of me messing around with all these vehicles and fixing cars and stuff, I accumulated a whole lot of tools and odd screws and parts and stuff. It's surprisingly coming in handy because I'm going to be using that screw. I don't know where I got it from, but I think every mechanic or every person who messes around with vehicles end up accumulating hardware, screws and stuff that they don't need, or they don't think that they'll need, and then they run across something like something as odd as putting in a fuse for steering, power steering. Yeah, I'm gonna loosely put this on here. Alright, so it's gonna fit right in there. All this custom application stuff. You know, a lot of people that have 300s will look at me and go, what the hell is this guy doing? Something that nobody else is really attempting. So, I think we can see. We can get a light in there. Here we are. So, there it is. It's loosely fitted. loosely fitted down there. This braided wire here, I'm gonna have this wire come up here. I'm gonna cut it right about there, and then after cutting it there, get to the other side, wire it through. I'm gonna show you guys how this looks when I'm done cutting it. Alright, so there's no going back. You see that wire? It's completely severed. Alright, gonna take some of this off. So I can expose the red wire. I got that exposed. Boom. So there we go. We got the 40 amp fuse wired up, and 40 is upside down, but it'd be right side up this way. So it's tied in, it's tight, that's not going anywhere. Pulling on it, not going anywhere. Then I'm gonna put some heat shrink on here, and it's sealed tight, so no water, no corrosion is gonna be happening there, because there is a rubber piece that's on that side, which is also on this side as well. So I'm going to put some heat shrink on this, and then we're going to be installing it with the other side installed. And next clip we should see this back into place. Alright y'all, I got the heat shrink on here as well as some solder. I let my OCD get the best of me. Alright, as you can see here, I got the grounding kit. Don't mind that little red strip there. It is a ground wire. It's black. It just was attached to the red positive wire that we were working with earlier. But this is not where it's going to be housed. I'm just putting it there just for the meantime so I can see how this works. I still got to weld up this area too for the intake. But let's go ahead and look back at what we have. Ooh, here. So there goes the other side. Comes in, positive 40 amp fuse down here, and I got it hooked up where the alternator and the positive terminal meets. So it's hooked up there. New alternator, higher output, and then we're done. So that setup's all complete. If anybody else is attempting this on their Z32 or their S chassis, this would be the way to do it. I went to the inside the cabin from that grommet there, punched a hole in it, sent it out. Positive goes this way, the negative got wired up, even though you can see it right there. Made its way through the fender, from the fender right there. Yep, and that's that. That's gonna power my electric power steering. Hopefully this was useful or entertaining. I don't know what you guys like, what do you want to see on here. Any suggestions? I'm not fully done with this. I still gotta make the fans for the radiator. Haven't done that yet. And then I'm gonna clean up the engine bay, get the belt. Then after the belt, get a new battery. Should be good to go. And then we are set. Thanks for tuning in. If any of this was useful, like it, subscribe, share this with somebody who might be looking to do this to their car. But we are coming along. Pretty soon we'll get a first start. Deuce.